Okay, one more video then. We talked about open hits, open rolls, hitting the bass drum with an open hit, and now we're going to talk about hitting a snare drum with an open hit. Now, you've got your open hits there, and you've got your bass drum there. Okay. Now, the important thing is not to think of a rhythm, a rock rhythm as that, with some hi-hats over the top. The hi-hats are the most important thing. So even though you might be playing some incredibly complicated, amazing drum beat around here, the feel comes from the hi-hats, and that's why it's so important to have a nice open stroke on your rhythm. So that's what we're going to aim for today. Just 2 hits open with the bass drum on first, and then the same principle applies when you're putting the weight into the bass drum as when you put the weight into the snare drum. You're going to find that counterbalance and drop in with it. Now, a lot of people, when they play the snare drum, they don't want to get, they don't want this happening. So all the tension comes in, and here my arms tense, my shoulders tense. What we want is to stay relaxed in the shoulders, have that going, and then bring the snare drum in on your 3rd hit. This is for a straight rock beat. You can see here, this hand comes down at the same time as I'm hitting this. So they're not going to hit against each other at any point. It doesn't matter how much I do that. That's just okay. So if you're worried about your timing, that'll sort your timing out, because you're going to get a nice clean movement which is similar to what you're doing with your right hand. Now obviously in practice, when you go and play a gig, you're going to be a little bit tenser and a bit more kind of focused and stuff. Some of your technique's going to go out the window, but that's not a problem because you're going to have practiced lots before you go and play drums in a band or play a gig or anything, and some of your technique, because you're practicing good stuff, is going to filter through into your playing later on. So no worries there. Obviously you don't want to be thinking about your technique when you're playing, you want to be enjoying playing. But hopefully you get to a nice stage where you've got a nice happy medium between perfect technique and nice expressive drumming.